Our final speaker is a South African performer, a cricket fan, and an animal lover. And for the last year, she has been living in London with her husband, her dog, and her cat. Please welcome into the studio, Ashleigh Harvey.
Hello.
Ashleigh, you are. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're very welcome.
I couldn't be happier.
Me too.
I'm so happy for everyone that has come on today, and I'm especially happy. I mean, we know each other personally. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. But before we cross over to you, I just want to invite the last man into the studio, and that is Siv Ngesi. Hi, Siv. Welcome. And all right. Can you hear me? Can we get Jihad into the studio? There we go. Hi, Jihad. Welcome.
Hi, guys. Hi, Ashleigh.
Hi.
And then lastly, Matthew Lewis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so now that our speaker has met our listeners, men, can I get a thumbs up? Are you ready? Cool. Ashleigh, we're listening.
I want to preface everything I'm about to say with this. I acknowledge that I am a white woman. I acknowledge that the experiences of women of color are different from mine. I cannot speak to those experiences, but I do know that I speak from a place of privilege, and I cannot begin to fathom the horrors that women of color experience every day. Hi, guys. Smile. You should smile more. You'd be much cuter if you smiled. You're too loud. You're a good driver for a guy. Come on, give us a smile. Men's films, also known as dick flicks, are called that because they deal with men's issues. No one has any interest in those things. Men's writing is a discrete area of fiction because men write about special men's things. It's of no interest to most people. Should men embrace their natural gray hairs? Remember to smile, guys. Women like positive men. All women need a woman cave, a place where we can escape you, your kids, your mess, your noise. Should your working wife or girlfriend really be expected to help you with the holiday packing? Men's tennis is boring. Are you a new dad? There are so many ways your wife can be involved in your child's life. You just need to encourage her to play a full and active part. I am going to interview a doctor, a man who's also a GP, about what it feels like to be a dad and a GP. What should I ask him? Male author and male doctor are not offensive terms. It's just a different way to differentiate them from normal authors and doctors. How can we commemorate men's very worthwhile contribution to our past? Your wife changes nappies. That is amazing. Well, get your wife to babysit. I've been commissioned to write an article for summer called How to Get Your Best Summer Penis Ever. Where should I start? Are you a working dad? That must be so hard. Is it okay for dads to put themselves first sometimes? I'm writing an article about men supporting other men. What amazing things can men accomplish when they lift each other up? Don't be so bossy. Don't wear that to school. You'll distract the girls. You're too ambitious. Let me tell you about how business works, lovey. Your contraceptive isn't working for me. Best you sort that out or it's over. Men belong in the kitchen. Oh, come and dance with me. Come on. Come and dance with me. Oh, come on, let's just dance. Why not? Come on, why don't you want to dance with me? Oh, come on. Wow, you're such a fucking bitch. If guys want to wear shorts, they deserve to get raped. Well, he was asking for it. You're a fucking whore. Don't be a slut. No girl wants to have sex with a virgin. How much did you have to drink that night? Well, what were you wearing that night? Why are you getting so emotional? Stop being an attention whore. Don't be so bitchy. Stop being so dramatic. Is it that time of the month? You'd be really pretty if you just made an effort. You'd be much prettier if you smiled. Is that all you're going to eat? You eat a lot for a girl. You drink brandy. You like cricket. Your drive is kind of intimidating. Can men have it all? You don't want kids, but aren't you worried you won't be fulfilled? Your biological clock is ticking. You're not taking your wife's last name. Are you planning on working after the baby's born? You're going to let someone else raise your kid after you go back to work. Does your wife mind that you make more money than her? Are you really fulfilled as a stay-at-home dad? Shh, shh, shh. The women are talking. Okay, maybe you should just calm down. You see, this is why I don't hire men. You're too old to be doing another degree. What about starting a family? Look, I know you're the most experienced person in the business who's done the most work, but we can't make you a vice president. The other women wouldn't be comfortable with it. You're not just a pretty face. Oh, you work in mining. Are you a secretary? I know you're a partner in this board meeting, but please can you just take the minutes and make the tea? Men are just better at that stuff. Men are sly. They're snakes. Men can't be trusted. Everyday sexism. The jokes, the jibes, the insults I just threw out at you are statements women face every day by men we love as much as by virtual strangers. Sometimes we laugh it off because honestly, it's too exhausting to have to keep trying to explain how hurtful it is, or we roll our eyes, or we just pretend that we don't hear it. Often we're just shocked at what we're hearing or experiencing, and so we don't respond because our brains are struggling to comprehend what is actually happening. Also, it's not my job to keep explaining how everyday sexism leads to the greater atrocities meted out to women in society. Everyday sexism, like telling a woman to smile, asking them to make the tea when they hold the same rank as you, telling them they should be grateful when men whistle at them as they walk down the streets like you would whistle at a dog, are tiny signifiers to society that we accept that women are less than men. We normalize these things. They're funny, right? They're just jokes. In fact, when we talk about them, when women talk about them, we're told to stop making a fuss. Women are equal now, right? We're overreacting, or maybe we don't have a sense of humor, or we're uptight, or frigid, or we're prudes. But daily acts of sexism start young. We tell little girls what to wear. We punish girls for wearing things that might distract boys at school. Girls are taken out of class for wearing strappy tops and distracting the boys. And so his education is prioritized over hers. Everyday sexism teaches young girls that the burden of responsibility is on them. Girls mustn't tempt men. Girls mustn't tease men. Girls mustn't intimidate men. Don't distract the boys. Don't make the male teachers uncomfortable. We don't want the boys to target you or intimidate you. That skirt is too short. Your bra straps are showing. You have a nipple stand. Cover up. Don't be bossy. Don't be too loud. Don't make a scene. Don't answer all the questions in class. Don't be a know-it-all. Don't be a show-off. Close your legs. This sends an incredibly powerful message. We teach children that girls are dangerous and powerful, and we sexualize their bodies. And boys are biologically programmed to objectify and harass girls. And then we are shocked when 1 in 5 women is sexually assaulted at university, and we are shocked when women are gang raped and murdered. It goes beyond this, though. Boys have been banned from school for having hair that is too long or dressing too effeminately. Why? Because they look like girls, and society hates girls. You scream like a girl. You run like a girl. Don't be such a girl. We hate girls. So you only really had to hear those shitty things that I was saying to you for about 4 minutes. That's it. 4 minutes of sitting in a safe space as part of an experiment. Your wife, your daughter, your sister, your grandmother, your friend has heard these things and worse every single day of their lives for their entire lives. Little wonder then that if you put 4 of your most beloved women in a room together, statistically, 1 of them will be raped. I don't know why people are shocked when they hear the statistic. I don't know why they feel such revulsion. If we accept that everyday sexism is a symptom of a greater hatred of women, and that rape is, by its very definition, an act of hatred against a woman, then this statistic is as obvious as it is that the sun will blind you if you look into it. When I was 11, a boy was constantly grabbing at me, pinching my bum in class in front of the teacher. My mom complained to the school. Nothing was done. I was called a drama queen. This little boy didn't know what he was doing. He didn't understand. He was modeling the behavior of a man in his life. He was modeling everyday sexism. An ex of mine thought that women who were raped were asking for it. He also called women who had too much sex bicycles. He didn't say that about men who slept around. He would also lock me in the bedroom and scream at me because I didn't want to have sex with him 3 times a day. And I'd have to get into a hot bath in the middle of the night to stop myself from shaking. He exhibited signs of everyday sexism. One night at an arts festival, I pretended to be asleep when a guy and his friends came into the room that my friend and I were renting. They spoke about our looks, our ages, whether or not we were sexually active, everyday sexism. I was cornered in the bathroom the next day by one of these same men, and I had to promise that I would hook up with him later so that he would let me out of the bathroom. I was scared he would rape me, and I knew that I wasn't strong enough to fight him off. Everyday sexism is not nothing. It blurs a line that should be crystal clear, a line of basic dignity and respect. Everyday sexism contributes to a greater hatred of women, of shaming them, of violating them. They are small acts of socially acceptable behavior that desensitizes us to the humanity of women. And just as an aside, and something that the previous speaker spoke about, we are always thinking about how we will get out of a rape situation. We're always thinking about that. Every time we step out of the house, every time we hear a noise in the night, every time we feel someone following us in a shop, every time we put on that dress or that color lipstick, every time we don't give a guy a phone number or dance with that guy, we're scared that he's going to follow us and hurt us or force us into something. Men do not give their movements or their wardrobes or their physical fragility that kind of calculated thought. So the next time a friend makes a barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen joke, or a brother-in-law degrades feminists, or your dad makes a bra-burning joke, or your brother calls a woman a slut, or says that a woman must make the tea or change the nappy, or your son says that someone runs like a girl, and you don't say something, you laugh, you let it slide. Please do not act shocked and surprised next Women's Month in 2021 when you hear the rape and femicide statistics, because you will hear them and they will be worse. Happy Women's Day, a pointless, useless, weird day where we demonstrate a random, fickle care for women, but a day that actually, in the very fiber of our society, changes nothing. Thank you, Grant, and all the men at the Mankind Project. You are beautiful people.
Thank you, Ash. Yeah, it's the truth. What's the point of making this like a special day? I'd hoped when I embarked on this project that I could change a few minds. But I myself have also experienced profound change, and it just completely confounds me that in this modern day and age, we're still sitting with these issues. We're still sitting with these stereotypes, these jokes that everyone says, and everyone's just like, yeah. Come on, guys. Come on. It's time to change. It's time to make things better. Because it's just disgusting, really. Now, unfortunately, I had only bargained an hour for this event. So I'd like to thank our viewers for staying with us all this time. But what had to be said, had to be said. And so thank you. Thank you to everyone. And in wrapping up, I'd like to thank certain parties who've helped me out in putting this piece together. Drew Barker, Luke Draper, Kuba Silkovich, Kelly Fraser, Aaron Herstinsky, the production team of Unseen who've worked tirelessly behind the scenes in ways our audience don't even realize. And then I'd like to thank David Collins and Gary Alleman from the Mankind Project who have been working by my side to breathe life into this piece. Wow. Wow. And then to the men who volunteered to listen, Matt Lewis, Dale Ray, Desmond Dube, Jihad Rousseau, Joshua Murphy, Lesecho Malotsi, Pumi Mkai, Sam Sleeman, and Sivan Gesi, thank you. And to my speakers, Nani Mkonto, Rushay Kester, and Ashleigh Harvey, thank you for your time and sharing your reality. And to everyone watching, thank you for your time today. To those who have survived gender-based violence in any way, please know that there are avenues available to you to help you find the help that you need. So there's the Gender-Based Violence Command Center, 0800 428 428. There's Power, People Opposed to Women Abuse, 011 642 4345. And then there's Out, Servicing the LGBTI Community, 012 430 3272 or 066 190 5812. And then lastly, I would never have thought or had the courage to do something like this without the support of the Mankind Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to changing men for the better, one man at a time. If you want to make a donation, you can scan the QR code in the bottom right corner of the screen, or you can go to mankindproject.co.za to either make a donation or find out more. If, however, you don't feel it fitting to donate to a men's organization, which is totally understandable, you're also welcome to navigate to the sister organization, www.womenwithin.org, or the South African version, www.wfa.org.za, and make a donation there. Or actually, to any organization you choose to support, to change our country and to change our society for the better. Thank you, everybody. Be the change you want to see in the world. I'm Grant Towers, and this was We're Listening.